Season 8 of NBA 2K23 has been out for a little bit over a day now, and they've added new dribble moves, and I've tested out all of them. I'm going to be showing you guys the best dribble moves for every build, every ball handle, and every height in this video. Whether you have a 5'7" build with a 60 ball handle, or if you have a 6'7" build with a 99 ball handle, I don't think that's possible. I got the best dribble moves for you in this video. Also, as you guys can see right here, I'm in the city. It might look a little bit different than your game if you guys are on current gen, the old consoles. You know what I'm saying? If you got a PS4 or an Xbox One, you're on the GOAT boat. Don't worry, the dribble moves are all the same. The gameplay is the same, so they'll work for both. Also, at the end of this video, I will do a quick dribble tutorial with my new moves. And of course, since a new season dropped, we now have new rewards. So rate this season based on the rewards in the comment section 1 to 10. You guys can see at level 30, they brought back the NBA team mascots. So I'm wondering, like, bro, why did I go and hit 40 last season if they're just going to add it back in next season at level 30? Like, bro, I thought the rewards were supposed to be exclusive to each season. If I continue scrolling on, you guys will see we have the extra badge point at 39, and we have 4 new core pattern layouts at level 40. I personally don't need these. I feel like you really only need to go for this if you have like a specialist build, like a lockdown or like a sharpshooter. We've been going crazy on the channel recently. I've been dropping bangers. You guys have been showing mad support, and I think I'm gonna make a last second push to go for 700K before 2K24 drops. So if you guys are new, make sure to sub up, press the red subscribe button, and turn on my notifications. You guys don't miss another video. We got a quick word from today's sponsor, and then we're jumping into the dribble moves. Before we jump into the video, let me tell you guys about Underdog Fantasy. I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about it before, but if you guys like fantasy sports, if you play fantasy football, fantasy basketball, or if you just watch sports, you got to get on Underdog Fantasy. You guys see all these different fantasy football tournaments here for 15 million right here for the Best Ball Mania. We also have the daily pick'ems, where if you get 5 correct picks, you will 20x your money. They did just put up the NFL season long picks, so I've been looking at these. One that I like a lot is Jalen Hurts for under 11.5 rushing touchdowns. Like, I feel like there's no way he gets 12. So I'm really starting in like a week, and they'll have picks up for that. I will definitely be making picks, and if you guys want to sign up, use code SOLO. It'll double your first deposit. So let's say you deposit $10 on the app, they'll give you 40. DM me on Twitter if you guys use my code. I got you in a follow back. Without further ado, let's jump into it. Okay guys, so before I jump into the dribble moves, I just want to go over a few things that a lot of people ask me, like my controller settings. So if I go here to controller settings, these are the settings that I use. Shot meters off, that's obviously more of a jump shot thing. I talk about that more in my jump shot video. If you guys need a jump shot, look up solo best jump shot NBA 2K23. I'm sure it'll come up. But when it comes to dribbling, make sure pro stick function is on default, or you could put this on dribble moves. Some people will comment like, yo, Solo, I'm trying to dribble, but it keeps shooting the ball. Put this on dribble moves if you don't want to shoot with the stick. I used to use this setting, but I don't really shoot with the stick anymore. Like, it doesn't just accidentally happen for me anymore, so I'm fine with it on default. Make sure this is on absolute, and then the rest doesn't matter too much, but I will scroll so you guys can copy this down if you want the exact setting. Taking a look at my playmaking badges, this is what I'm running. You guys see the gold badges? You guys want to have those on the highest level possible. So unpluckable, quick first step, and clamp breaker. Max those out. Handles for days as well. If you could get this higher, put it on gold, put it on Hall of Fame. That badge is very crucial. Killer combos is not important, and it also costs a lot of badge points on next gen, so don't even waste badges on that. If you're like below 6'4", then I would recommend mismatch expert. And if you're like 6'1", like, you definitely need that on, like, probably Hall of Fame. I have bailout on bronze and then ankle breaker on silver. This is just kind of like a little throw-in badge. It's not a necessity, but I just kind of added it in. Vice grip is also a pretty good badge, but I just don't have badge points for it. Now, real quick, let's talk about Gatorade. If you guys go to the boost section, of course, if you're on current gen, you should be able to find this. You guys can see we have the Gatorade boost, and you can see on the right, slow down energy, blah, 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 increase energy, and this one's recover energy. If you're gonna buy one, buy this one all the way in the left, the orange one. I don't personally really buy them, but if you are gonna buy one, buy this one. And I really only recommend buying if you're playing in a big game, or like maybe you're playing in the stage. But if you're just playing park, I mean, this is pretty expensive, so I wouldn't recommend it. The reason I'm bringing this up is because this is a dribbling video, and this will help you maintain energy. Now we got the part of the video that I already know you guys clicked on this video for. We got the new dribble moves, and I already know some people skip to this part of the video. So if you skip to this part, I would appreciate if you could sub up, drop a like, because we're getting into the new dribble moves. Now I'm on my 6'9" build for this part of the video. So let's say you have a 6'1" or like a 6'3", you know what I'm saying? We can't get the same exact dribble moves, but I tested out the dribble moves on my shorter build, so I'll tell you which ones I would use if you do have a smaller build. Starting out with the dribble style, we will go over the new season 8 dribble moves first, and you guys might notice there is no new season 8 dribble move, at least in my inventory. But if I go to the animation store, you guys can see there's a new Trae Young dribble style, but I can't get it. And if you look in the bottom left hand corner, you can see the requirements. You need a 92+ speed with ball to get this this Trae Young dribble style. And I don't know a single person that has above a 92 plus speed of the ball. So bro, if you have that on your build for some reason, then you could test this out and let me know if it's good. But I feel like it's not even worth the hassle of like finding a build that has that and testing it out, because I feel like 1% of builds, if that, have a 92 plus speed of ball. And also, by the way, Michael Jordan has been the best dribble style in the game since the game came out, and all you need is a 75 speed of the ball, which most builds can get. Especially if you're watching a dribble moves video, you probably have a 75 plus speed of ball. I'll be using the Michael Jordan dribble style on all builds. Now we're talking about the best signature size ups in the game, and the new one that they added in season 8. There's actually 2 of them, but the first one we're going to talk about is Devontae Graham. Again, the requirements are in the bottom left hand corner. You just need an 80 plus ball handle, and you got to be under 6'5" to use this one. I tested it out. It's slow and it just doesn't compete with the best signature size up. There's a few that are pretty elite, and this one is just not it. Do not use Devontae Graham. The next one they added is Candace Parker, who of course is a WNBA player, and all you need is a 60 plus ball handle. This one is not good, but it's low-key somewhat glitchy looking just because of how bad it is. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it's so bad that it almost looks glitchy. And also, I would say this is probably the best WNBA signature size up in the game. I don't know if there's others. I think that, yeah, Breonna Stewart's in here, and there might be a few others, but I wouldn't really say it's usable. I would not consider it if I was going to try to play like in the stage or something serious. I mean, this is just pretty bad, bro. Don't use Candace Parker's signature size up. For my short guards, the best signature size up in the game, if you want to go left, right really fast, is Steve Francis. In my opinion, it's hands down Steve Francis. I know there are some people that like to use Trae Young. That one was popular last year, and I know there's a few guards that use that, but all the top guards that I really know, like majority of them, use Steve Francis because it's going to give you the fastest run out animation. When, like, let's say you do a crossover to the left and just run out of that and keep going left, like, the quickest animations are with the Steve Francis package. Now for my taller dribblers, you know, builds above 6'5" that can't get Steve Francis. Tracy McGrady is one that I've been using pretty much all year, so that one's pretty good. But I used this up until last season when they came out with, where is it? I think it's, yeah, it's below Tracy McGrady. I went up for some reason, but it's Donovan Mitchell. You only need an 80 plus ball handle, and this move is pretty glitchy. I'm gonna continue using it. I put it in the dribbles video last season, and I'm gonna keep using it. It is pretty good. I like it. Now we're on to the size of escape package, which is in my opinion the most important move in the game, if not the second most important. And they added Allen Iverson's size of escape package this season. If you guys know about the AI step back from 2K20, one of the best step backs in the game, but the step back in this package is a low-key slow. Like, it's low-key not the same as it was back in the day. This move is good. I like the misdirection behind the back. If you're a casual, you probably don't know what that means. I'll show you that move later in the video when we get to the dribble tutorial. But the front headsy little crab move, like when you go left and right and kind of just hop back and forth, it's a little slow, and it just looks a little weird, and it's just slow to combo out of. Like, I couldn't combo out of it fast enough, and so for that reason I won't be using it, but it is good. And also, when I was streaming earlier when the season came out, people were telling me in the chat that this move is good, and there's some glitchy like Allen Iverson slide move you can do out of it, but I didn't really figure out how to do that, and I also couldn't find any videos on it. Let's talk about the short guards first. Steph Curry size of escape package will allow you to do the Curry slide. This one can be fun, you know, if you're just trying to have fun, but if you're trying to be the compest player possible, the best player possible, you're probably not going to use this one, but it can be fun. Trae Young is one that I think a lot of guards use. I personally go with John Wall just because I'm a big misdirection behind the back guy. I'm a big crab guy. You know, when you hop left and right, try to get your defender stuck behind you. John Wall is good for all of those things. On my small guards, I will be using John Wall size of escape package. And on my taller guards, I've been using Kemba Walker since they put it in the game in season 7. All you need is a 86 plus ball handle, which actually is kind of high, especially for taller builds. So maybe you guys can't get that, but I would use Kemba. If you could get John Wall, again, that's only an 80. You could use that. Kevin Durant is for 75 plus ball handle. That's pretty good, and I don't have it bought, but I heard Paul George has been a solid one. I just don't really like that one, but you could give Paul George a try too. On to the moving crossovers. We have a new one in season 8, which is Kawhi Leonard moving crossover. This one's bad. It's slow. It's just not good. Trust me. Don't waste your time. And I mean, you could see him dribbling on the right. Like, just look at the animations. I mean, why would you want to put that on? Kawhi is not a dribbler. Just don't use it. Moving crossover is a move that I don't do a lot of. I don't think it's that important when you compare it to other dribble moves. I use James Harden on all of my builds. You need an 80 plus ball handle, and you got to be under 6'10", which I get on every single build. On to the moving behind the backs. They gave Andrew Wiggins a dribble move in season 8. I was shocked because when have they ever given him a dribble move in the game? And look at him doing his behind the back on the right side of the screen. I mean, that does not look good. And I put it on. It is possibly the slowest behind the back that I have ever seen in 2K. I mean, maybe if there was like a big man like Shaq behind the back or Joel Embiid, maybe that would be slower. I don't know if that's been a thing, But this one, Andrew Wiggins is like not even a terrible dribbler. Like he's not good or like elite, but he's not terrible. But bro, this is so slow. Like just don't use this. On my shorter guards that have a 92 plus ball handle, I use the Steph Curry move behind the back. I just feel like it's the smoothest in the game. Look at that on the right. Oh my God, it's smooth, it's fast. I would use it if you could get it, but you need a 92 plus ball handle, so some builds can't get that. Pretty much all the other builds, I'm using the Zach LaVine behind the back. That is, okay, there it is on the right. You guys can see it looks a little bit different than Steph Curry, but it's pretty fast. And all you need is a 75 plus ball handle. Onto the moving spins, and this season, Anthony Davis got a moving spin, and it's just not a good one. I really couldn't do spin backs with it, or when I did, it wasn't clean, so just don't use it. I mean, why do they keep adding big men moving spins? You guys see Jokic, Towns. I mean, I only bought those because they were probably season, releases. I don't know what 2K's cooking with the moving spins. The best moving spin in the game is actually basic, and it's been that way since 2K19. If you want the best spin backs, the spin backs that'll cook your opponent, you just spin back, shoot a 3. You guys want to put on the basic moving spin on all builds, and there are no requirements. You guys see in the bottom left corner, so any build literally can get it. Next up, we have the moving hesitations, and they added no new moving hesitations into the game in season 8, and I'm not really mad because I don't even use moving hesitations. I actually keep on the normal moving hesitation on all my builds. I don't use them, and I just don't see a point in them. If you want to keep one on, if you've been using one all year, you could keep it, but I use normal. We did not get any new moving step backs in season 8, but that's okay because I like the Luka Doncic moving step back on all my builds. This is one of the most OP things to do off of a spin back. I'm going to show you guys the moving step back in the dribble tutorial part of the video. It creates so much space, so definitely put on the Luka Doncic moving step back. Those are the best dribble moves in the game, and real quick, if you guys haven't, sub up, drop a like, but don't click off the video yet because I'm about to show you how to use the moves. I only gave you half of the sauce, and also I'm showing some new moves. Like most seasons I just show simple moves, but I got some new moves. I'm gonna show how to do that little Steezo freeze glitch move if you guys seen that before. If you guys are on next gen and you pull up the little map, which is like the left middle button on the Xbox controller. I don't really know how to pull it up on PlayStation, but you guys want to go to the Gatorade gym right here, which is like the middle right of the map, and then you want to go to this back door, go here, click A to reserve a private court. And if you guys are encouraged, then just find an elevator and go dribble in your my court or something. This is how I practice dribbling all the time. You just want to find the court with your name on it, walk onto the court, and then press left bumper and pull out the ball just like that. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you guys how to do is the Luka Doncic step back, which looks just like that. You guys can see it creates a ton of space. Like, look, I'm gonna try to do it off a spin back real quick. Spin back, bang, and then you just shoot a 3. Like, that shit cooks your opponent pretty much 90% of the time. And all you want to do is when you're sprinting, so you're running a direction, you're holding the right trigger, or what is it, R2 on PlayStation, you're running, just flick down on the right stick. That's all it is, just a flick down. And if you guys want to know how to do the spin back just like that and then do the moving step back, the Luka step back, watch the dribble tutorial I put in the description. That's my advanced dribble tutorial. Right here, I'm just showing some simple moves. But something that is not in that dribble tutorial is the Steezo freeze, spin, glitch, whatever you want to call it. And it looks like this. Now, I don't know if it'll allow me to do it in the Gatorade training facility. There we go. I'm doing it. Okay, so you guys can see that is what it looks like. Now I just crossed across the half court line, so it kind of messed it up. There we go. So you guys can see I'm glitching around and spinning just like this. You're literally traveling. I don't know how this is in the game and how you do this. It might be confusing. Again, this is more of a simple dribble tutorial. I'm not going to have too much time to go way in depth. This video is more about the best dribble moves, not the dribble tutorial. But what you want to do is you want to hold your left trigger, or on PlayStation, I guess it would be, what is that, L2, whatever move makes you do this, and go into the post like this. You want to press the trigger. At the same time you press the trigger, go down on the left stick. So you're going to go down. It'll make you do this. If you press down on the left stick, it'll make you just walk backwards. So you want to do that while spamming down on the D-pad, or actually I think you could press anything on the D-pad, but I spam down on the D-pad. You just want to spam it. Like, you guys can hear me spamming the button, maybe. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but literally just spam the D-pad as you're holding left trigger and holding down on the left stick. Now, is this move effective at all, like when it comes to scoring? No, not really, but it looks cool. It's the glitchiest move in the game, probably, so I figured I would throw it in this video. And I know a lot of people watch these videos, when it comes to dribble moves, I drop them every season. Some people kind of rely on them for the new best SIG, so, maybe I'm making a mistake here and I'm about to break the game, but again, it's not too effective. Like, no one's coming out here and, like, being unguardable by doing this move. move. It just looks kind of cool. The next thing is this little combo. This is a simple combo that I do all the time. It'll get me open for 3. The first thing you need to know is how to do this move, which is like an explosive crossover. All you do is hold the right trigger or R2, the sprint button, hold that, and then just flick up on the right stick, and it'll allow you to do that with the James Harden moving crossover. That's what you have to have on. And then once you do that, you just want to do a pull down. So how you do that is up on the right stick and down on the left stick at the same time. So it's just up right stick, down left stick, just like that. If you can't get this move down, I have a hand cam video with arrows and stuff on the sticks. You know, if you're a little confused, link in the description. But look, you do the James Harden explosive crossover, and then you just pull right back down, and you're usually open for 3, just like that. Bang. Yo, nobody saw that. We don't gotta talk about that, bro. Now, there's a lot of glitchy combos like the misdirection behind the back. This is one of the moves that I like to run out of. So like, let's say I'm comboing up, just like this, little simple combo, bang. I'm gonna just run like that. It usually throws the defender off. They don't know which direction I'm gonna go. That's one of the toughest moves to learn in the game. So that is also in the dribble tutorial video, the advanced one. But yeah, guys, 2K24 is approaching very fast. We should get the cover athlete soon. If you guys are excited for 2K24, sub up, turn on my noties, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.